Breaking barriers, the unconventional path to success in a world that wasn't built for you. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we uncover stories of resilience, innovation, and triumph against all odds. Today, we're diving deep into a narrative that will challenge everything you thought you knew about success, perseverance, and the power of the human spirit. I had the extraordinary privilege of sitting down with Vanessa Collier, a trailblazing female manufacturer who's not just breaking glass ceilings, she's shattering entire paradigms. Vanessa's journey isn't just inspiring, it's a masterclass in turning seemingly insurmountable obstacles into launchpads for success. Her story is a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever felt like an outsider, a testament to the incredible potential that lies within each of us. Imagine for a moment standing at the foot of a colossal mountain. This mountain represents your dreams, your ambitions, everything you've ever wanted to achieve. Now, imagine that this mountain is surrounded by treacherous terrain, harsh weather, and skeptical onlookers telling you it's impossible to climb. That's where Vanessa found herself. But what she did next will forever change the way you think about success, perseverance, and the very nature of possibility. Picture this. You're a black inventor with a groundbreaking idea that could revolutionize an entire industry. Exciting, right? Now, add this twist. The doors to financial support are slammed shut in your face. The manufacturing world you're trying to enter is a sea of white male faces, none of whom look like you or share your background. How do you even begin to make your mark in a world that wasn't built for you? This was Vanessa's reality. But here's the kicker. She didn't just survive in this environment. She thrived. And the way she did it, well, that's the story we're about to unravel. And trust me, it's a lesson we all need to hear. Vanessa's journey begins with a stark, almost brutal realization. In the world of manufacturing, she was the ultimate outsider. No fancy Ivy League degree hanging on her wall, no Rolodex full of industry bigwigs, just raw talent and a determination that would make a bulldog look fickle. She was self-taught, armed with nothing but her intellect and an unwavering belief in her abilities. Now let's pause for a second. How many of us have felt that same outsider status, that nagging feeling that we don't belong, that we're not qualified enough, not connected enough? It's a feeling that can paralyze us, keep us from even trying. But Vanessa, she used it as rocket fuel. She told me with a glint in her eye that spoke volumes. Being an outsider meant I had to work twice as hard, but it also meant I could bring fresh perspectives to old problems. And boy, did she bring those perspectives. Vanessa's approach was revolutionary in its simplicity. She looked at the towering mountain of challenges before her and did something that seems so obvious in hindsight, yet so few of us actually do. She broke it down into baby steps. Each small victory, each tiny bit of progress became a building block for her success. Think about that mountain in your life, that goal that seems so far out of reach, it might as well be on Mars. Now imagine breaking it down into pebbles. Suddenly, it's not about climbing a mountain. It's about picking up one pebble at a time. That's how Vanessa approached her journey. And it's a strategy that can transform the way we all tackle our biggest challenges. She started by learning. Without access to formal education in manufacturing, she turned to every resource she could find. Online tutorials, industry publications, even reaching out to professionals on social media for advice. Each new piece of knowledge was a pebble added to her mountain of expertise. And let me tell you, she collected those pebbles like they were going out of style. But knowledge alone wasn't enough. Vanessa needed to get her foot in the door of an industry that wasn't exactly rolling out the welcome mat. So she got creative. She started attending industry events, not as a spectator, but as a contributor. She'd offer insights, ask thoughtful questions, and slowly but surely, people started to take notice. One of the most powerful strategies Vanessa employed was what she calls strategic vulnerability. In a world where everyone was trying to appear invincible, she wasn't afraid to admit what she didn't know. But here's the clever part. She always coupled it with a demonstration of her eagerness to learn. She shared a story with me about her first major industry conference. Instead of trying to blend in, she approached a group of seasoned professionals and said, "I'm new to this industry, and I'm here to learn. What's the one thing you wish you'd known when you were starting out?" The response was overwhelming. People weren't just willing to share, they were excited to mentor someone so genuinely passionate about learning. This approach didn't just get her information, it got her allies. In an industry where connections can make or break you,
Vanessa was building a network based on authenticity and mutual respect. It was like watching a master chess player always thinking 3 moves ahead. But let's be real, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Vanessa faced rejection, a lot of it. Investors turned her down, potential partners ghosted her, and there were days when the mountain seemed insurmountable. But here's where Vanessa's mindset sets her apart. She told me with a wry smile, I started to see rejection as redirection. Every no was just pointing me towards the right yes. This shift in perspective was game changing. Instead of being defeated by rejection, she used it as a tool for refinement and growth. One particular rejection story stands out. Vanessa had pitched her innovative manufacturing process to a major company. They turned her down, citing that her method was too unconventional. Most people would have been crushed. Vanessa, she thanked them for their feedback and asked if they'd be willing to share more specific concerns. That conversation led to insights that helped her refine her process. 6 months later, she pitched an improved version to a different company and landed her first major contract. The rejection that could have ended her journey became the catalyst for her success. It's like she took life's lemons and made a lemonade empire. This brings us to a crucial point in Vanessa's story: the power of adaptability. In an industry that's constantly evolving, Vanessa realized that her greatest asset wasn't just her knowledge or her ideas, it was her ability to pivot and adapt. She developed what she calls a feedback loop of constant improvement. Every setback, every criticism, every unexpected challenge became data. She'd analyze it, learn from it, and use it to make her next move stronger. It was like watching a human version of a self-improving AI, constantly getting better, smarter, more efficient. This adaptability extended beyond just her product. Vanessa was constantly refining her approach to networking, her pitching style, even her daily routines. She was building not just a product, but a version of herself that could thrive in any environment. It's a reminder that in today's fast-paced world, it's not the strongest or the smartest who survive, but those most responsive to change. Now, let's talk about one of the most significant challenges Vanessa faced: the lack of financial support. As a Black inventor, traditional funding routes were often closed to her. But remember, Vanessa doesn't see obstacles, she sees opportunities for innovation. Unable to secure traditional investors, she turned to alternative funding methods. She explored crowdfunding, entered innovation competitions, and even bartered her skills in exchange for resources she needed. Each small financial win was celebrated and strategically reinvested into her business. But more than just finding money, Vanessa was proving a point. She was showing that with enough creativity and perseverance, you can find a way forward, even when the traditional paths are blocked. It's like she was building her own road while everyone else was stuck in traffic. This resourcefulness became one of her greatest strengths. When she couldn't afford high-end equipment, she'd find ways to modify more accessible tools. When she couldn't hire a team, she'd form partnerships with other small businesses, creating a network of mutual support. It was like watching a real-life MacGyver, turning everyday objects into tools for success. Vanessa's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and innovation, but it's also a challenge to all of us. It's easy to look at her success now and think, well, she's special, she's different. But that's not how Vanessa sees it. She told me with a passion that was almost palpable, I'm not exceptional. I just refuse to accept that my dreams were impossible. And that's the message I want to leave you with today. Every one of us has a mountain we're trying to climb. Maybe it's starting a business, changing careers, or just trying to improve ourselves. The path might seem impossible, the odds stacked against us, but remember Vanessa's story. Remember that every expert was once a beginner. Every success story started with someone who dared to take that first step, to pick up that first pebble. Remember that rejection isn't the end. It's often the beginning of something better. As we wrap up, I want to challenge you. What's your mountain? What's that goal that seems just out of reach? Now, what's your first pebble? What's that tiny step you can take today towards that goal? Maybe it's sending that email you've been putting off. Maybe it's signing up for that class you've been eyeing. Maybe it's just admitting to yourself that, yes, you do have a dream, and yes, you're going to pursue it.
Vanessa Collier's story isn't just about manufacturing or invention. It's about the incredible potential that lies within each of us. It's about the power of perseverance, creativity, and the willingness to learn and adapt. But it's more than that. It's a call to action, a challenge to each and every one of you listening right now. It's time to stop waiting for permission. It's time to stop waiting for the right moment. It's time to stop letting others define what's possible for you. Because here's the truth. The world needs your ideas, your innovations, your unique perspective. We're facing challenges on a global scale that require fresh thinking, diverse viewpoints, and the kind of resilience that Vanessa exemplifies. So I challenge you, no, I dare you to take that first step, to pick up that first pebble, to start building your mountain, one small victory at a time. Because who knows, your journey might just be the next inspiring story we share on this podcast. But more importantly, your journey could be the catalyst for change that our world so desperately needs. You could be the one to solve problems we haven't even identified yet. You could be the one to create opportunities for others who feel like outsiders. Remember, success isn't just about reaching the top of your mountain. It's about the lives you touch along the way, the barriers you break, and the paths you create for others to follow. So go out there, be bold, be creative, be resilient, embrace your outsider status, and use it as your superpower. Because the world doesn't change from the inside. It changes when people like you, people like Vanessa, refuse to accept the status quo and dare to do things differently. Your mountain is climbable. Your dreams are achievable. And your story is just waiting to be written. So go out there, pick up that first pebble, and start climbing. The view from the top, it's worth every step, every setback, every moment of doubt. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one sitting across from me sharing your story of how you changed the world one pebble at a time. Thank you for joining us on the BlackCEO Podcast. Remember, your journey starts now. The world is waiting. What will you do with this moment? Now go out there and make some noise, break some barriers, and show the world what's possible when you refuse to take impossible for an answer. The future is yours to shape. What are you waiting for?